All right, we're here on the Niners practice field down in Santa Clara. Today's a local pro day. Dom Mazotti, San Jose State tight end, with us on the Krug Show and on KMBR. Dom, man, as I was telling you, you know, your dad, same name.
Yes.
A little shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter,
better reputation.
But pretty freaking powerful back in the day.
Yes, he is.
Dom Mazotti and I went to Sac State together, and he played for Sac State.
Yes, he did for a year.
And I've got to imagine Pops is your inspiration. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's someone that when I used to play flag football, he was my coach. He used to throw with me in the driveway, you know, when I wanted to play quarterback back in the day. And he's been an awesome force for me. I mean, my whole family has, but you know, it's nice having someone with the same name who's played college football before, you know? Yeah,
so I mean, I went to college with him in the 90s, early 90s. So tell us a little bit about your story, man. You grew up here in the Bay. You wound up playing at San Jose State. But tell us your story. Where'd you play high school ball?
So I played high school ball in Pleasanton at Amador Valley High School. I was a Don, and I was a quarterback there, and I also dual sport athlete. I ran track. And I had offers in both sports, but football is a lot more fun than having to stretch for 8 hours a day and running really fast. So I went the football route and went to San Jose State, obviously. Played quarterback there for a year. COVID happened. All the tight ends got COVID. They needed a guy. I stepped in and then played tight end from there.
It's a good school for tight ends.
Yeah.
Derek Deese's kid played there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh Oliver.
Yeah, Josh Oliver's played for the Jaguars. It's a pretty good lineage of tight
Definitely.
ends for San Jose State.
Yeah, it was good to have someone to look up to as well, like playing behind both those guys and seeing that you can make it out of San Jose State and go on to play in the NFL. So.
All right, when you were in Pleasanton going to Amador, what were you weighing back then? What are you weighing right now?
I was like, well, because I ran track, I was probably in like the 180 to 195 range, and now I'm 255. Well, today I was actually 248, but I played at 255 this past year. Trying to get back down a little bit, but not too much, so I can still play tight end up there.
Man, I retweeted a couple of your highlights last year. Just love seeing you score a touchdown. I'm like, man,
it's a lot of fun.
You got your dad's name and the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sending your dad notes. I'm like, man, your kid's kicking ass. I can imagine Dom Sr. has gone to a bunch of Spartan games. Huh?
Yes, yeah.
Is he a season ticket holder?
No, he was not a season ticket holder, but he came to all the fun away games. You know, he came to Army all the way back in 2019. That was a good one. He didn't go to the Arkansas one when we beat the SEC team. That's because I told him not to. But yeah, he got to go to a lot of away games. Actually, my uncle, he's a CBS sports commentator, Aaron Taylor. And so he's called a couple of my games that my dad has gone to.
Man, another Bay Area legend.
Yeah.
Taylor was a great player.
Good lineage,
De La Salle, man.
Oh, yeah.
De La Salle. So talk to us about tight end. I mean, what do you think of the position? What are your strengths and weaknesses? I've seen you as a receiver. I think you're a pretty decent receiver.
I like to think so myself. You know, coming from the quarterback background, I'd say my biggest strength is the mentality, you know, pre-snap coverage, recognition. And obviously it's a lot different playing quarterback and tight end. I got to learn how to block a little bit better, which, as you said, I'm a good receiver. That's because I can understand the defensive structures a little more than I believe some others can, but my deficiencies do show in a little bit of short down, run blocking stuff, and that's something I've been working on. So,
how's the pre-draft been for you? What have you been doing? Did you play some of the All-Star games?
No, I decided not to, and I trained out in Pennsylvania, and it is cold there. Wow. It was negative 15 for an entire week.
You're like Rocky in Rocky IV or something.
And actually, the guy I trained with, his name's Terry Grissetti. Big Rocky fan. He would show us that on the days
really?
He's like, I don't care that it's negative 15, you know, like you're gonna come in here and we're gonna bench all day.
Yeah.
And so it was fun. I mean, I'd wake up at 6, get breakfast at 6:30. Shuttle would take us from the hotel to our training place. We'd train from 7 to about 12-ish, get rehab, go home, eat my meal prep, and then do it all over again the next day.
Man, it sounds like work, but it sounds like you're enjoying it.
It's a lot of fun. Hey, it's a blessing to be able to play football, you know, so I got to keep working at it.
What's draft day going to be like? I mean, you're probably a day 3 guy. You could be undrafted. So Saturday's going to be your day. What's the plan? Pops and the family going to sit around?
I don't know.
What's the plan?
Draft day's always been my favorite day of the year as a football fan. I grew up a Lions fan, actually, even though my whole family's Niners fans. And so the Lions, up until very recently, weren't the best team. And so draft day was really my only day that I liked of the year, being a Lions fan. But now that they're good and now I can't have a favorite team anymore, I think it'll be something that I'm really nervous about, but also excited. My agents debriefed me and talked about all the possibilities, so I'm just excited for whatever happens. I'll order a pizza, hang around with the family, play video games, something.
How cool would it be to be a Niner? I mean, I know you said you're a Lions fan.
No, so actually, the first tackle football
George
team.
Kittle is one of the great characters.
The first tackle football team I played for in the PJFL, the Pleasanton Junior Football League, was the Niners. I was a quarterback. I wore number 9. And then in 2017, I was the Max Preps Player of the Week nationally. And the Niners brought me here to this field right here and like honored me in the stadium for one of their games that year. And I mean, I would have so many pictures of me in Niners gear that I could show on social media. I would be like a kid in a candy store. My family lives right down the road still, you know, like it'd just be awesome to be able to play in front of my family again.
Oh man, I would love it. I'd have Dom on the pregame show. You know, here we go.
Make sure you get the bleeping thing ready, you know?
yeah.
You might be ready.
We need 7-second delay for Bob. if he's the Sac State Dom.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to us about your career. What was the highlight of your career if you felt at San Jose State? Was there something that stood out to you? Because you had some big plays and you
I got
had some
two
big
moments.
wins.
When we upset Arkansas,
Yeah.
I didn't play a snap in that game. But being there for San Jose State's first SEC win, I mean, people don't understand unless they're a San Jose fan how bad we were. We were 1-11 the year before.
Right.
And week 3, we go to Arkansas. They're paying us $1 million. Their head coach is talking to the media like they haven't prepared for us. And we go out there and win. Like that is unbelievable for San Jose State. And then secondly, my first touchdown against UNLV, I scored, and I didn't know spiking the ball in college football was a penalty, and I threw this ball at the ground so hard. I mean, full quarterback mode, hucked this thing at the ground, and got 2 flags. My coach is ripping me on the sideline. We're up by like 40 points. I didn't care. I was just excited to score, you know.
You played on the same team with Nick Nash, who was
Yes.
prolific.
Oh, he's
Talk to us
amazing.
about Nash, he was out here today. What makes him the special player that he is? You can see he's big and rangy,
Yeah.
great hand-eye coordination.
Well,
what do you think of him?
He beat me out at quarterback.
Did he?
Which is why I moved to tight end, partially also because the tight end room got COVID. And so I always knew that he, as an athlete, was spectacular. I mean, he's been able to vert 35 his entire life, it feels like. Even when he was a quarterback, he was jumping out of the gym. Now, I didn't know he had the ball skills he did, but I think that just has to do with his hard work, right? Like, there was a time when he was a quarterback who'd come in, and in situations where the other team knew we were just running read option or some sort of like RPO, and he'd still be able to execute because of how hard he worked at this package of plays that he had. I think that's something that no matter where he goes, no matter what position you want to put him in, I mean, he's going to be a great special teams player, a great receiver someday. You want to put in a wildcat package like Mohamed Sanu, he's going to be that guy.
What do you think of Fleury? If you get drafted here or if you wind up here, he's your coach, and he's I think he's one of the NFL's better tight end.
Well,
coaches.
obviously, his production's been out of this world, you know,
Yeah.
and he was a great guy to be out here with. I think that's probably the coolest part of this draft process, just meeting all the coaches and scouts, GMs, and stuff like that. And he's one of the good ones that I've met, so I really appreciated him today.
Your testing, what was the best? Where did you test really well? Where did you feel like you
The
didn't
3
test well?
cone.
3
I knew I was
good.
going to do well in the 3 cone. I only got 1 attempt, sadly, because just there were so many people who showed up to my pro day. And I did pretty good in that. And then I wish I would have done the vert better. Had I known I was getting 1 jump, I probably would have jumped a little bit better, but that's my fault, obviously. I should have prepared more for the moment, and, it's been rectified.
Yeah. What would it be like to be on the same team with a guy like Kittle and a guy like Purdy?
I mean,
Kittle
it would-
plays your spot.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously he's an incredible player, and Brock Purdy, one of the best young quarterbacks in the game right now.
For sure. I think it'd be one of those things where, like, obviously he would bring the experience to the table, and it's something that I would love to be able to look after and watch him play and celebrate his successes. And then also, I feel as though I could bring something to the table as like the backup quarterback role that you see on the sidelines where the backup talks to the starter and tells him what he's seeing. I think I could bring a good perspective to him, be like, hey, like there is this coverage that they're giving us, or like watch out for like this technique the D-line is playing, and like this might be a tell, that type of stuff. So
Tom, good luck on draft day.
Appreciate
man.
it,
Tell
man.
Pops I said hi.
I will definitely.
Good luck to you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Dom
Thank you.
Mazotti 2, Part 2, the sequel.